How we doing? Hope we're staying warm. It's beautiful today. Just coming out from outside. Negative 35 feels like here in Minneapolis today. Nearly summer weather, about the same highs. It is Christmas, obviously. You know, as this winter storm is hitting the nation. And what better gift did we receive than a banner, icons, and packs that have been out for 4 months? You are too kind. I guess truly we got on the naughty list. We bitched too much about the super dives, and we got left with this pile of shit. Somebody on Twitter compared it to getting socks. As an adult, getting socks is a blessing. I will never complain if you get me a fresh pair of socks. Just feel good. But we're talking about MLB 23. We're talking about brand new legends. There's a lot of them. Who do you want to see in the comments section down below? Let me know what new legends you guys want to see for next year. And leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel. Let's get it going. So this is going to come from a variety of different amazing card artists across the Twitter sphere. This one from KPJ4MVP. I don't know if Kevin Porter Jr. is going to MVP anytime soon, but my man here has got some great art going. There's been a lot of talk, you know, should we see like the crossover stars? Here we have Michael Jordan, which is sure, 87 is, you know, like future star. If you like the wildest dreams of Michael Jordan as a baseball player, maybe it would have been like a bronze card. I don't know. It would still be fun to see. If they paid out the big bucks to get his likeness, obviously they wouldn't make him, you know, completely unusable. Well, we got more. We got Deion Sanders. A little bit better, obviously. Actually made the big leagues. Him and Bo Jackson right there. I think it would be a lot of fun. The only concern is I have a feeling that these guys would be a lot more expensive to get into the game, right? You know, Michael Jordan, I don't think is hurting for money. I don't think he's down on his luck, hoping, oh, please, SDS, I hope we get the call, you know, soon. Running low on milk in the fridge. So, I don't know. Maybe one day, but it would sure be cool to see. Let's check out this one from Paul Davis. I think it's very fitting, of course, the World Baseball Classic is back in action this year, and I think there'd be no better way than to ass-kick the beginning of MLB 23 than have this be the first featured program for World Baseball Classic, because it touches on so many different bases. You know, the rosters are stacked. You look at the U.S., you look at I know the Dominican Republic is really good. Across the board, there'd be so many great cards. And, you know, it'd be special for people from, you know, Puerto Rico, for example, you know, Italian players, that you actually see that flag and learn more about players too. I think it would be a rock hard, well, make me rock hard, rock solid program, there we go. And a great way to kick off MLB 23. Like I said, I imagine at least every team has one card representing somewhere. Going back to back. Paul Davis here once again. We got this milestone program, and there's just a lot of cool cards here that I really like. Jeff Kent, of course. A lot of talk. Is he going to make the Hall of Fame? Well, it's not looking likely based on the first ballots we're seeing, but congrats to Fred McGriff. Johan Santana, speaking of Hall of Fame, it is a damn travesty that this man, and I get it, you know, his career was kind of a quickie, at least his prime. He didn't go the distance. He had like a number of very good years, but they were dominant. If it wasn't for that respectfully, fat fuck Bartolo Colon, this man would have back-to-back-to-back a three-peat of Cy Youngs, and he didn't even make it onto a second year of the ballot. Crazy. It's outlandish, in my opinion. But Juan Gonzalez, again, always, you know, I'm sure people want Barry Bonds. I'm sure people want Clemens, Arod. If that's an SDS issue, they don't want to put in these, you know, known caricatures of steroids. Or if, you know, it just happens that these guys don't want to be in there. Maybe it's the roid rage. They refuse to accept any offers. Here, we're looking at a few more. Award series. Again, these are all players that are not in the game. Hideo Nomo, I think, would be very fun, would be a unique type of pitcher to use in the game. Really what we're looking for. All we need is variety. That is the biggest thing. If we add in different ways to play that makes the gameplay feel unique, where it's not like, you know, this is card A, this is card B, this guy has a different swing, you know, it's potato, you pick which one. I think that's how you get into a fantastic entry. Derek Jeter, of course. You know, a lot of people have been looking for him. No, he won't have common defense like he did in real life. It likely will be pretty good. Again, I don't think they're going to shell out millions to make the card in mid. Dale Murphy would be a good one. Should be Hall of Famer Dale Murphy, that is. Nearly claw out my monitor right there. And Dwight Gooden, the Doc, had such a dominant fastball. He would be a lot of fun, really. If they can make par and pinpoint matter again, well, yeah, matter again, you know. It was better in 21 than it was this past year. They just added RNGesus into the factor. It would be so much fun. The fastball, top velocity pitchers could be extremely good at the game. Here we got Shelfie tweeting out. I believe these are from my boy MLB 22 card art. We're looking at Doc Gooden once again. We've got Steve Carlton, Triple Crown. As we've all pointed out this year, the Philadelphia Phillies have a sincere lack of cards. You know, it's like the Royals, the Scrooge McDuck to the peasants, the Phillies, you know. Just a complete imbalance. They need some more legends added into the fray here. But Steve Carlton would be a good one. Of course, an all-timer. Nomar. People ask me what cards do I want to see most. I'm not so sure if it's arod. I'm not so sure if it's, you know, Jeter. I've played with arod at the game before. It might be Nomar. Big media might want you to forget how fucking good Nomar Garciaparra was at his peak. 3 years in Boston, 98 to 2000. He hit, you know, he combined for a 1,000 OPS. You know, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. 999, you know, well, that's, you know, it sounded like Kanye a little bit there. We got 83 home runs. He hit 350 alongside pretty damn good defense, too, before he got injured. It's kind of one of those what-if tales, because if you look on his track record before the big injuries, he absolutely would have been on pace to have a Hall of Fame career. Wasn't, you know, jockey. He wasn't horrible. Didn't get the yips afterwards, but obviously nothing to the tune of what he was before. Nomar would be so good at the game, and I really want to see them bring him back in action. And then Scott Rowland. I think this would be fitting. They like to bring in the new guys as they hit the Hall of Fame. It seems like Rowland, this is his year. I think he needs like 12%. I think he's going to get it. It doesn't seem like a particularly stacked ballot in the writers. You know, the 90-year-old sucking down cups of Jell-O, just got their bedpan changed. Maybe not a stacked ballot to them, but normal humans who have eyes, it is. But Rowland, I do think, is going to roll his way into the Hall of Fame. Good one. Good one. Thank you. Don't leave. David Ortiz, he's in the game, but I just wanted to show off my boy. Look at this fucking card art. Good Lord. It is so good. It is so good. This is what I want to see. This is like an insert that Topps would have, you know, opening their baseball cards. This is peak as far as graphic design goes for the game. This would be, bar none, I think the best that they have going. I would love to see it. And he made a couple other ones for Fred McGriff, who just got inducted, as well as King Griffey Jr. Highly recommend checking my boy out right there. We've got Ichiro. I would love to see him back on a contingency that they make contact hitters matter. I'm tired of the tyranny on contact hitters. Make my boy Luis Ariz viable, and I will be a happy Gomer. He was fun in MLB 19 because the game played a little bit differently. I don't know how you do it. I don't know if, because the big problem is lineouts, right? He has like the perfect amount of power, like the Clemente amount of power, where your PCI is huge. It's massive. It's my 600-pound life big. But the problem is you hit it and it just goes right at somebody. So I don't know if the solution is making it die down a little bit more so you hit less home runs, but you still hit the ball hard. Maybe that's it, because Ichiro, he could have been a home run hitter if he wanted to be, if you've seen, you know, some of his batting practice clips. But maybe that's the solution. Just have him hit the ball harder into gaps and not try so much for home runs. And contact hitters would be a little bit better. I'm not too sure. But Ichiro, bar none, would be an amazing card to have back. Teixeira. This reminds me of better days. If you guys were long, you know, lifers of the Gomer channel, before we went as Gomer, Mark Teixeira in MLB 16 was one of the saviors. All that card, you know, all that programs that came out in MLB 16, the arod that they dropped, put that card out for free. It's such a great time. Great memories. I would love to see the switch hitting, masterclass of hitting, Tex back into the game. Negro League players have to be integrated. I think it is kind of surprising. I was pretty shocked that we didn't see any integration this year, because there's been a lot of balls rolling here in the last couple of years. It is now recognized officially. You look on Baseball Reference, that is matched up just as much as MLB stats go. I think that's great. But let's see him in the game. Let's see Josh Gibson. Let's see Satchel Paige. Let's see, some of the greats that just didn't get a chance to compete amongst the rest of the MLB. So Satchel Paige would be amazing. Look at that pitch mix right there. It'd be a fucking monster. Imagine Valenzuela if he threw hard. We've got Beltre. I think time in, time out, this is one of the most requested cards. Great defense, great hitter. And it was just liked. The guy was kind of a grump. He did not like you touching his head, but everybody just seemed to like him. So I'd love to see him back at the game. We got Frank Robinson, very underrated. Most people don't know how good he was. I feel like this is the kind of guy that could put it in the game. It wouldn't get like a massive uproar of reaction right away, but once he gets a card, everybody would say, oh shit. This kind of crazy. I would love to see Frank Robinson. There's the Scott Rowland one more time. David Wright, at this point with how, $2 bajillion Steve Cohen is spending on the Mets, we better get David Wright, Doc Gooden, and a hand job, for finishing the Mets collection. It's going to be that expensive. The captain would be great to see back into the game. A lot of contact, great defender. Probably could push up to like 80 speed, get even a little bit higher defense. Not that it matters too much. But David Wright has been another guy who you thought was going to be there, with the cover athlete. We have everybody but David Wright. Technically, Adrian Gonzalez didn't get a cover athlete card, but they got him into the game this year by the Home Run Derby X stuff. So let's get David Wright. Let's complete the set. These two, oh baby, oh baby. He started again. Jeter and arod. You can't tell me that this is like at least 50 miles ahead of the Signature Series card art that we currently have in the game. It just looks so good. It looks so clean. We got arod and Derek Jeter. I'm actually starting to believe that there could be some chance on Derek Jeter. I think he's got to be on a cover, though. That I feel like that almost might be like a contingency in his deal to sign over his likeness rights. I have to be on the cover. And I'll be damned if that would not instantly sell more copies than anything else. Just having Jeter on the cover, one of the most recognizable baseball players of our time. Him and arod, I would love to see both of them at the game. Arod in particular would be a lot of fun because he has different eras. You look at Seattle arod, wouldn't have as much power as he did in Texas and Yankees. He didn't quite stick as many needles up his ass yet, but he was like the 5-tool complete player. And then you get on to the monster that he became in Texas and New York once he was a little artificially enhanced. Kyburn took a hand of him like he did the Mountain, and he became superhuman. And stole super amounts of dollars because of it. I would love to see him at the game. I think that's no surprise. I'm not going to be the only one saying that in the comments section. And then finally, I think this would be a lot of fun. I don't know what it would take to do stuff like this, and I don't know if everybody would want it, but different baseball media. I think it would be really cool if they just put in some players here. It would probably just take getting in line with the movie production company to relinquish their rights. I don't know, but seeing Ricky Vaughn in MLB The Show would be extremely cool. I'm just going to say that. So those are a ton of brand new legends that I would love to see in MLB The Show 23. I'm guessing we're no later than 2 months until we're going to hear official news. There's been talk about maybe the game coming out a bit earlier. I hope to God that is the truth. And, hopefully some of these will come true. So again, let me know in the comments section who you want to see for MLB 23. Leave a like down below. Thank you for watching. Hope you guys have a great day. There comes out. Yeet.